Ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished up with Saturday night's main event, the first one that WWE's done in a hell of a long time, and the first one in a series of them that they're going to be doing. And pretty fun show, I gotta say. Alex, how are you feeling about it?
I will say I definitely was in the same boat as a lot of fans because a lot of us were expecting this to be a bigger show than what it was, and it was not. So, I mean, there's that. But overall, like with this show specifically, I was impressed, but I definitely think it could have been done significantly better. But again, you have to mix the 80s with the 2020s. So you're mixing two like polar opposite eras.
Right,
So, I mean,
exactly.
I definitely see the struggle of where WWE could not handle that. Or I won't say they couldn't handle it, but it just wasn't being able to come to fruition with what we were looking at. Because, I mean, think about it. Back then, you had your Hulk Hogan's, your Randy Savages, your like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Like we saw Greg
Jake the
Valentine
Snake.
last night. We had Jesse Ventura last night. Obviously, I mean, it's just I like the nostalgic feeling, but it's definitely different than what I've been used to, what I've been accustomed to.
Right, for sure.
Put it that way.
I thought it was a pretty fun show, all in all, though. I thought it was really funny having Jesse Ventura there commenting that he stole Jake's snake and Damien and turned him into a coat at one point.
I think that was a good way to write Damien off. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
right.
about 20 years late, or about 40 years late, but
It's funny. The snake I think it lived that long. Snakes live a long ass time. I'm not a snake expert, but who knows?
Damien's dead. Damien's been dead
Rip
for a
Damien.
while.
Rip Damien.
And
But
you want to know a fun fact about Jake the Snake Roberts?
what?
He hates snakes.
Really?
Yep.
That's so funny.
And your character is a snake. Make it make sense, please. Oh, my nose. I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. I like that Jesse was there. I like that he mentioned Jake the Snake. I mean, the next one isn't San
Hey,
Antonio, and if they're
what?
going to keep up the
Hold on.
Legends thing where they're under Legends deals, we could see more Legends, honestly.
Could see more legends. I would love to see more legends at future Saturday nights main events. But if you're ready, I'm ready to dive right into this network special that WWE did.
I do have, well, actually, this is going to lead us right into our network special because we saw the return of Pat McAfee last night. I don't know if it was just for the show or what it was, but I saw there was some mixed reviews about it, and one of them I saw was Joe Tessitore is greater than Pat McAfee. Changed my mind, and I sat there and was like,
Mm, mm,
if you're looking at it by who they are, no. If you're looking at it by the positions they hold, no. You can't look at it any other way, really. And in all honesty, Joe Tessitore and Michael Cole are their play-by-plays. Wade Barrett and Corey Graves and Pat McAfee were all our. Well, Corey Graves was in between because it was him and Wade on SmackDown for the longest time.
right.
But Pat McAfee, he's color. Like, and for the people who don't understand that, it's color is just supposed to add in their own little thoughts. It's not really their play by play like we've seen with Michael Cole, like we've seen with Jr. Like we've seen with. I mean, I don't really pay attention to AEW, but I'm assuming Tony Schiavone over there in AEW. Giovanni,
Mhm.
I don't know his last name.
Mhm.
So you can't. I mean, if you're looking at it by commentators, yeah, Pat McAfee does not deserve to be up there on that high of a list. But he's also what we've been asking for the longest time as fans is to get that commentator fan interaction. And Pat
Yeah.
McAfee solidifies both of those pretty fucking well, in my opinion.
He adds way more personality to the announcers team every single time he's on it.
Exactly. And I like the fact that him and Cole have this little, like, I like the fact that him and Cole are friends because that just
Mhm.
adds on a whole other layer, which I do love.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's a
I
great
mean,
relationship.
after this, I mean, it led us into, our first match of the night of Saturday night's main event. We had Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn taking each other on and just a grudge match, basically. And I still think Drew's return was still too early. I mean, Triple H even tweeted out, if you think his return was too early, you don't. I mean, he's not saying you don't know shit, but the gist of it is you just need to trust us and our game planning. I trust it. I wish I would have seen Drew come out and come back at Royal Rumble, make the
Yeah, I'm
Hell in a
pretty
Cell match
sure.
so devastating that Drew had to step away for a minute But I mean,
I totally agree with you. I might be wrong in thinking this, but I think there was a report that came out that said that the main reason that Drew is in right now, like he was supposed to come back at Rumble, but is mostly because of Bronson Reed's injury that he suffered
yeah,
in War Games. Because I believe it was supposed to be the last match added to this card was supposed to be the last match of Bronson and Seth Rollins's series, based on it was I think a report by Meltzer or Fightful. I can't remember exactly that said that, but after Reed shattered his fucking ankles, obviously he couldn't have the match, so they called in Drew to do it.
I
And
definitely like the fact that Drew's going after the bloodline, though.
it makes sense. It
It's
makes
keeping him
sense
away
though.
from CM Punk while still tying his ass with CM Punk. With
Yeah,
I
he
love it.
even drops the line of at least Punk took a bribe for it. Like you didn't. Like you just went back to Roman.
That's fact.
hmm So I do like the idea of keeping him and Punk separate now for a little bit, at least until the Rumble, where Drew and him can maybe have another interaction where they maybe eliminate each other. Maybe they try to eliminate the other.
And I honestly, I would like both. I'd like to watch either of them.
hmm
Dude, I think a lot of this stuff is going to be. It's we got to just trust him. We got to trust Triple H. We got to trust Paul Levesque, dude. We got this shit.
Let
He's
him
got this
cook.
shit. Let him cook.
Damn straight. Bro is popping off recently.
But I mean, I'll be 100% honest. We got to talking about our 2024 special we're going to do for you guys in a couple weeks. And I just completely spaced watching the first couple matches because I was more intrigued by it. But if I had like the spots I did pay attention to, this match was really good. I liked it. I mean, obviously, there's two people who've gone at each other's throats before, but I mean, I think with this more or less being Drew targeting the bloodline, now I want to see what the hell they're gonna do with this overall.
hmm Especially with him going after the Usos, particularly.
The
So it'll be interesting to see
Usos.
because it doesn't seem like Jay and Jimmy are teaming back up now. It seems like they're gonna go somewhat separate now, but maybe it
I
turns into which one of them gets at Drew first, and it turns into Jimmy and Jay might start butting heads over who's gonna get it the first dibs at McIntyre now.
ooh, that's a good. I think about that.
Potentially something I'd want to see there. Maybe try to run the Uso feud back. Like now that they know what happened last year, that they shouldn't just spam
That
super
match
kicks the entire time.
was horrible.
It was pretty disappointing, yeah.
I mean, yes, keeping the Samoan heritage, but like Jay's been on his own for the longest time, and he's still been the same way he was with Jimmy. He's added a few moves to his move set. We haven't seen much.
hmm
Jimmy's just been by Roman's side this entire time, basically. Well, he's been on the shelf for the past 6 months, or for
Facts.
6 months. But whenever he's there, he's with Roman.
hmm
So, I mean, I think if we really just see, um, I think we see Drew tie himself back into the world title scene somehow. I think Rollins will have the title at that time, realistically. And I would love to have that match. Uh, oh my goodness! Like run
Yeah,
that
I want
match
a proper
back. It doesn't
McIntyre
have to
world
be
title
Russell.
run.
Yes, please. Like I'm not saying it has to be WrestleMania. I'm not saying it has to be SummerSlam Bad Blood. I'm just saying run it back one for the one time. Make it. We haven't really had a proper McIntyre world title run.
We really haven't. Not the pandemic was the last time that he legitimately held the world title, I would say, and well, that was the pandemic, so we haven't really gotten to enjoy it. And then he
Yeah,
had that 5 minutes at Mania 40, which was perfect for this character at the time. But now I really want to see McIntyre get the title and just go on a tear with it.
for sure. And then when he does, I want it to be honestly similar to um Gunther's, but not in the way of him like questioning himself. More of the way in Drew is just that killer.
hmm Yeah, I agree that McIntyre is just the guy that walks in there. We'll boot your bloody head off if you come for my world title,
That's what I'm saying.
and just completely mows through him.
As he should.
Mm.
As he
As he
should.
should. Scottish warrior. I like his name as Scottish Psychopath more than Scottish Warrior, but that I guess maybe that's just me. I just like it more.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Blanks.
then we go. If you're ready to move on to the next match.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we move on to a Women's World Championship match. It is Liv Morgan taking on Io Sky. And as always, had Raquel getting involved at some point and eventually cost her in the match. I thought this was pretty fucking fun though, because at some point, Liv is like, they do a little twisty move, like counter, and Io just clocks Liv in the side of the face with this knee that just did not hold back. Like, that was bop, right in the jaw.
Hell yeah.
Hell, bro, got a bloody nose afterwards. I mean, she still
Bro,
won the
I
match.
didn't I didn't see the initial hit, but like you were just talking about it and they showed the replay of it. Dude, that is nasty.
Yeah, it was pretty freaky. It was it was a pretty hard hit. Like, she was bleeding from the nose as the last she was like scoring the match-ending pin to retain, and it was pretty badass, I thought.
I will say, yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely
but
agree.
not more badass, of course, than Mommy coming out after the match, and Liv holds up her title as they're kind of staring each other down. And I think this match is happening at the first Raw on Netflix.
I started getting those vibes as well when we got to that point because I was like, okay, now how are we gonna get Rhea and Liv? And
Hmm.
then I started thinking about it before I even got to your house. I was like, oh, could get that, but I guess not. So I mean, we'll see. I don't want it to be that early, but I think it's gonna be that early.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, I actually do want it to be that early, personally. I'm ready for the Rhea and Liv feud to end at this point. I
I
think
am
it's
as
ran its
well.
course since, I mean, it's been going on, I guess, really since the night after SummerSlam, right? Or not,
It
WrestleMania. The night after WrestleMania when Liv took Rhea out by injuring her. It was either the night after or the week after, sometime after WrestleMania, right after Mania, where you could say that this feud really started, and then it went on
what was Liv
through.
doing during WrestleMania season?
I think she was like written off TV or something like that because of Rhea. I might be wrong there, but
When was her return? Liv Morgan return to WWE. When did she return? I forget. Oh, there's questions now if Morgan broke her nose. That's funny. Um, I don't know when she did. Oh, no, she returned at the Rumble. That's why I can remember. Duh. She was back from the Rumble or came back at Rumble,
there you go.
which makes sense. So I think honestly, I think if WWE did better with Saturday Night's main event, we could run back the whole or this match specifically because it wasn't a bad match.
No, definitely not.
But I would definitely love to run it back.
The pacing of Saturday night's main event, though, being a 2 hour, like guaranteed 2 hours because of the special time, meant that some of these matches were definitely paced more like a TV match. Because, I mean, they did have commercial breaks and stuff too in it. So, yeah, they were paced more of like the in between. It felt like every single match, sorry for my stuttering, was like a main event Raw match, you know? That's kind of like how
Yeah,
it felt each one was structured.
I definitely will say I wanted more out of Rhodes and Owens too.
Me too, but hopefully, with what happened after the match, we're gonna lead to that at some point.
Yes,
That's my
sir.
hopes.
I would like to go over that. I can't wait to go over that with you. Honestly.
Hmm. Exactly. I'm excited for it.
So, are we ready to get into this next
Hell
match?
yes, I am, bro. This match was fun, in my opinion.
This was probably yeah. I'll say this is probably your favorite match of the entire night. We had our triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship: Finn Balor versus Damian Priest versus Gunther, and our King General. I'm still gonna call him King General until
The
he
King General.
the King General. He obviously he wins. I mean, you kind of predicted it in the pre-show. Damian and Finn went after each other. Gunther took control of it, and he did what he did. realistically, I mean, like towards the end of the match, we really thought we were going to get a new champion.
Yeah, I really did. I thought,
Like,
yeah, I thought Balor was really gonna get it there at the end.
I was
He
okay with either
really looked
would.
like it. I was really biting on Balor there for a second.
Or I know I well then shit. If you're gonna, I mean, I was biting on Balor too, but I was definitely biting on Damien when he had the chances. I was like, Damien's
hmm
got this. I think I don't say he deserves a proper title run, but he definitely has done. He did. I think he did good for his title run. I definitely shat on it, and I will admit that. But I think overall with Damien's title run, I was definitely impressed. He was able to do things that I thought he wasn't going to be able to do as the kind of character he is. I didn't realize how much of a beloved character he was up until he really lost that title.
hmm Yeah, I've
So I know
definitely
he
started to
was.
grow on Damien.
Yeah, I definitely knew he was loved because of the like Rhea or by Rhea fans because of Rhea. But now that I see he's got his whole separate fan base, I mean, I could definitely say I kind of am a part of that a little bit because I
hmm
definitely do like Damien. I like the fact that he's just badass from the streets and he's here to kick ass. And if it was legally allowed to, he would smoke grass. Damien's here to kick
I
ass, smoke grass. Basically, is where we're at. Is what I'm at
Yeah,
with this.
I really like the idea of what he said to Gunther earlier, like being his character's motto of like in the streets I'm a king, but like in the ring I might not always get it done, but that's because I was raised to fight dirty. I was raised to fight without rules. I was raised to fight like
Yeah,
without
you.
confines of like that. So it would make sense that he's not always able to get it done against someone as experienced as Balor or as experienced as Gunther or something like that.
Yeah,
But then
I,
if it becomes a no holds barred match or something like that, you really lean into the Street King gimmick and he just whoops ass.
or could we? No,
Jeez,
because that's kind of
that's my
unfair.
fault on.
That's kind of unfair. Now that I think about it, I was like, let's do a King of the Streets match: Dominic versus Damien. And then I sat there I sat there and thought about what I just said. I was like, I'm, Damien versus Dominic.
Dominic's gonna
That
get murked.
yeah, Dom's getting murked. There's no ifs ands or
Oh,
buts about it.
I'm all for it though. I'm all for it though. I want to see him get
Honestly,
Razor's edge through a damn table off the apron through on the floor.
through no off the apron through the announce tables, he gets chucked.
Damn sure he gets launched.
Absolutely gets chucked.
hmm
Dude, I've been impressed with Dominic as well.
I have been impressed with Dominic a little bit.
I don't think he's getting the heat as much
I'm
as he once used to, though.
thinking I'm thinking that they might be teasing a face turn between him and Finn in all of this.
Dude,
Maybe they might attempt it. I don't know if it'll work because Dominic is like the perfect heel. And if anything, keep him as a forever heel. Turn him babyface for a week and then have him just boot someone in the dick to immediately get his heat back.
well, I guess you could call him, he was a babyface for a week. Do you remember the Monday Night Raw before SummerSlam?
Raw before SummerSlam. Wait, where he was with Rhea? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
He was with Rhea in the ring, and Liv was out in the stands holding the championship, saying, Dominic,
Oh,
I want you to say
and he
those
said that
three
to her.
words.
He said that to her.
He never said it to her. He goes, I hate you. And he basically called her a bitch in Spanish, is what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
picked up.
yeah, yeah. And he's like, I hate you. Why won't you leave me? He was a baby face for a day.
I would call that a face. I mean,
I would call him a baby face for that time. I would too. That was a
I
face
don't
turn.
know what hardcore fans would call it, but I mean, I
That was a
definitely would
full
call
blown
it
face
the
turn.
face turn. I would call it a face turn.
And then he immediately turned heel again.
Dude, I just remember seeing that and you looking at me being like, what the fuck? Dominic
he.
just heard, oh my fuck.
Oh no.
Spoiler for our 2024 video. That's it's in one of my sections. Okay.
hmm
It's
Me
one of my
too.
sections for this.
Yeah,
So
that was an insane moment. But to crap off like the recap of this World Heavyweight Championship match, I just want to highlight Gunther one last time because he is probably going to end up being my
he is
favorite
the
wrestler
king
of
of General.
2024. At the end of the match, Priest and him are on the outside, and he's ripped apart the announce table at this point. I think he like knocked Priest off the top rope or something. He hoists Priest up for a power bomb, and he catches the steps, and so he fails. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting there. He's sitting. He struggles, bro. Priest weighs over to like 250 pounds, and he's just sitting there with Priest in his arms, and just wrenches him up like it's nothing, and plants him on the steps. Gets in there, drop kicks Balor, and finishes it off.
That was
I would call
gross.
that a reestablishment for Gunther a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely established himself in the fact of him being the killer,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think there's that area of him being like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about myself.
Right. I definitely see that too. Like I've made it no shy thing that I wasn't a big fan of Gunther's confidence losing like part of that his character doing that. But if he can still have like performances like this, like there's room for me to grow on it. Obviously, it's
I
Gunther. He
mean,
can make it work.
he's had 2 matches since this whole thing happened.
Hmm. They only let him have 2 matches though. That's the thing. That's another thing that I'm not happy about. I wish he would wrestle more.
I do too. I don't like this. I mean, he's a fighting champion. I will say that
He is. He
he's a
is.
fighting champion. He does fight on a almost a week to week basis.
Yeah.
So he makes his appearances. He's not a part time champion like Roman Reigns. Sorry, and Logan Paul.
Fuck Logan
So
Paul.
fuck Logan Paul for real. We'll
uh,
talk. We'll talk more about him when we get to our review show, though. 100%.
hell yeah. But then one more thing we're definitely going to be talking about during the review show is the
Shut up.
history-making event that
Shut
happened
up.
on this evening.
Shut
The
up.
first ever United States Women's Champion was crowned, ladies and
Shut up.
gentlemen. And
Shut up.
oh
Shut up.
my God, it's Chelsea Green!
Shut up. I hate that this
Oh my
happened.
gosh, I'm not. I'm so happy about this. She came out wearing her face all over her freaking ring gear. Oh my God, of course. But in my opinion, between Meechin and Chelsea, it should have gone to Chelsea. She's been pretty over with the crowd, in my opinion. Like she's gotten the best reactions. Like online, she's like always popping off. Her
Her online
segments are
presence
always
is so
funny.
funny.
Yeah, honestly, like
I love
I
her online
know
presence.
I do agree with your thoughts on I don't want a comedy champion to try and establish this belt immediately, but Chelsea
I
can
would
kind of go in the ring a little bit, I would say.
I would be okay with that's what I'm saying. We saw it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Today's only Sunday. Yeah, we saw it yesterday. So I mean, I definitely do agree that we can get a good reign out of Chelsea. But I don't want it that long. I'm sorry. Like I get it, and like no shit on Chelsea. I love Chelsea. I love it's Chelsea
It's
Green.
Chelsea
Prefer Samantha to do it still.
Green. Yeah, I wish Samantha would still do it. They need to call her
And
back and only have her do that.
I, she hated announcing. She hated being there,
Fuck.
unfortunately.
God damn it.
And then when she left, the fans just absolutely shat on her, and that's what made her not
Yeah,
want to
that
be part of the
sucked.
company anymore. I hate our fans sometimes.
Yeah, wrestling fans kind of suck
Sometimes we
sometimes.
Sometimes we're the best fans. No, just WWE fans in general. Sometimes we're the best
Yeah,
fans,
wrestling
but
fans in
we can
general.
definitely get to our time where we're straight assholes. And this
For
was one of the times that
real.
we were assholes and we shouldn't have been assholes.
Asshole. Asshole.
Asshole. Asshole.
Asshole. Uh,
So
all in all, I'm pretty happy about this. I do think that there's room to plant seeds now for a Piper turn, like you mentioned, where
that's
she
not
could go after the U.S. title and really become the establishing champion, where she can just go on a tear with it.
because look at our women's division. We got Piper, we got Jade, we got Bianca, we got Bailey, we got Tiffy, Naya, Candice. There was a name I was missing there. Mi Chin. That's not the name I was missing. I was missing a different name. Charlotte Flair. I mean, Charlotte can't even hold it. Shit, she don't even need it. She can just hold it.
I wish her. I honestly kind of want Charlotte to hold it. I'm
I
ready
want
for Charlotte
Bailey.
to
I,
come
I
back.
kind of wanted
I
Bailey to hold
can't
it
lie.
first, so she could establish. I mean, she doesn't have to establish herself anymore, but like establish more history. to
I
her
kind of want to
name.
give everyone a hot take real quick. I kind of want to give everyone a hot take, and I could get flack for this. I'm kind of more excited to see Charlotte than Becky.
That depends who you are. I'm excited to see Charlotte, and dude, last year around this time we were like, or no, not around this time. Last year we were like, dude, please, we do not want any more Charlotte. Well, our wish came true a month later.
Yeah,
She tore her ACL and MCL. We didn't.
we got a whole
We
year
would never
without
wish
Charlotte.
hate. We would never wish hate on any of these wrestlers. We would never wish
Never.
anything bad. It was just a matter of unfortunate timing. We're like a bunch of. I think I'm speaking for the both of us when I say we're like all the other wrestling fans. When Charlotte makes her return, she almost automatically gets a title shot and then takes it off and then wins it or then parades it for the next X amount of months. And then she loses it. And then for some reason she's gone. And then it's just a repeated thing. Like,
Hmm.
in all honesty, I'm tired of seeing it, but I definitely do miss Charlotte.
Exactly. I'm hoping for a change in all of it with this new. That's kind of why I'm excited for a mid card division now for the women's to be more established with these titles, because then that gives Charlotte something else. Because realistically, you see Charlotte Flair, and what else are you gonna think other than main eventer? It's
Yeah.
fucking Ric Flair's daughter. It is the
There's that.
she's essentially playing Ric Flair's character, but
Yeah.
part two.
So where does this put Bailey though, as being a Grand Slam champion? So I'm pretty sure she's a two-time women's Grand Slam
She
champion.
keeps she keeps the title of Grand Slam champion, but she just has to I'm pretty sure now she has to win the United States Championship to gain another Grand Slam championship, because the Grand Slam championships stack up as incarnations of the Grand Slam championship as it is
Oh,
at the
okay, my
time.
bad. Yeah,
So at one point in time, like we only had the SmackDown, the Raw, and the NXT women's title. And so at some point, those were the only three titles that you had to hold in your career to be a Grand Slam champion.
that's true.
But then we
Now we
added the
have the
tag
WWE.
titles,
Well, yeah. Wait, Bailey was a
and
tag
so on
champion?
and so on and so on. Yeah, with Sasha. At one
Oh my
point,
god.
Bailey was SmackDown. I think Sasha was Raw, and they were both tag champs. Pretty sure they hold all the gold at one point during the pandemic. Hmm. Don't shit on Sasha.
And of course, my girlfriend calls in the middle of this. I told her I would be back, but yes,
Ah.
I do. That's interesting. I mean, obviously that's Vince McMahon booking, so I wouldn't be surprised. But
Mhm.
we need. I'm happy that Vinnie Mac's gone, but I don't like the presence of Stephanie being a once in a blue moon type deal.
Yeah, and we need more Stephanie.
You know who we will see? You know how I'm confident that we're going to see now for on Monday Night Raw, January 6th when we go to Netflix.
Who?
Stephanie McMahon, the billion-dollar
Oh,
princess.
shit.
So I think we see her come.
Hmm. Hope so.
So
But then
yeah,
that's
that's
all
where
I've
I'm at.
got for the women's U.S. Championship, at least.
Me too. Me too. That's all I got. I will say I wasn't happy with the outcome just because I don't like that comedy champion,
Oh, I was.
but it can be done in a convincing fashion with Chelsea especially, and honestly, that idea of the Piper Niven turn.
Hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see what Triple H has up his sleeve.
We shall see.
Because I was already thinking about promos and how she would cut the promos on Friday. I was already thinking about it.
The fact that she's a Canadian too.
Yeah, make it make sense, bro. She was almost kicked out of the U.S. I think it was like 2 years ago. And her and Cardona had to get married because they were dating at the time, obviously. But like the only way she was able to stay was to get her green card.
Literally.
Like I remember reading about that. That's what's crazy. So
Wow, wow.
we want to move right into our main event.
Hell yes, I am ready for this main event.
We
I
have
loved it.
our WWE Championship match. Kevin Owens versus our champion, Cody, Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes!
Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes!
Cody, Cody Rhodes. Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Dude, this match was all right. I wish there was more. Like I said, I wish there was more to this match.
I
But
totally agree. I
when
wish
the
there was
match
more meat
started,
and
there was
bones
only
to it.
20 minutes left of the show. So you can only
Yeah,
do so much in
literally.
such little time. But we did see. No, we did see.
Mm.
We saw the Winged Eagle belt.
Oh yeah, we did. That was
That
so freaking cool to see, bro.
I was so happy, and I saw
Oh, that
fans
was awesome.
hating it because it was a replica. It wasn't the actual thing.
Yeah, fuck the
Well,
fans.
get your heads out of your asses and realize WWF is trademarked. And that's why we went to WWE, because WWF is trademarked by the World Wildlife Foundation. So get your head out of your
Exactly.
asses,
They
assholes.
can't have a belt that says WWF on it.
Right, that's copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lawsuit. They just settled that lawsuit almost 30 years ago.
Hell yeah, they did. When they had to get the F out.
When they had to get the F out.
Well,
So
I totally agree. This match was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it. Cody did what he had to do. But bro, Cody cheated. All in
hold on.
all,
No,
at the end
no,
of the
no,
day,
no,
at the
no,
end of the
no, no,
day,
no, no,
yes,
no,
yes.
no,
Okay, Daniel
no,
Bryan.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
yes, yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes.
no. Hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Kevin's the one who grabbed the chair, and we both saw it. You can't lie to me because you're the one who said this. Oh my god, he went for the headshot. Come on, Ryan. Come on.
Okay. But
Come
did he
on.
connect?
No. But here's the thing. Hear me out. The chair was already placed there. Cody just took advantage of the situation, which is what you should be doing as champion. I'm just saying.
Excuses are like assholes, Alex. Everyone has
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. You're doing the same thing right now, trying to back up Kevin. Yeah.
Who's the person that who's physically connected with both referees?
Do we really need to watch back the tape?
Cody Rhodes.
Who was in front of those refs? Dude,
Cody Rhodes.
No, because who was
Wiped
in front of
out
those
both
refs?
referees.
Kevin Owens was in front of both of those refs, and Kevin just dipped. If you really want to go
Fair
about
enough.
it, I don't even
Fair
think Kevin
enough.
should be champion
Fair
because you know
enough.
why? His little ass walked out of the ring for the first 5 minutes of the match, and Cody had to chase after him. That's not a fighting champion. That's a bitch.
Okay, fair enough. But Cody not only wiped out the refs.
You're over it.
Okay. No.
Ryan, we both saw
Listen
the
to me.
same thing. We both saw
We both saw the same thing. Yes. Cody won the match fair and square, I guess, if you want to say that. Because Kevin got his thing. He got the chair.
I'm bringing up
But
promos.
you're bringing up promos?
I'm bringing up a
gonna
promo.
Kevin's promo going off on this is going to be insane. But
I know. I'm so excited for this.
that's
I'm so excited.
I think this is just gonna piss Kevin off even more, if anything. Which is what we saw after the match. But listen. Roman Reigns.
I think you're out of your mind thinking that Kevin was in the.
I'm not saying Kevin was in the right. But Cody wasn't in the right.
I'm not saying Cody was in the right. I'm just saying
Cody's not in the right. You can't be making these excuses for Cody.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Here, okay, hold on. Here we go.
Because he did the Eddie Guerrero thing. Explain in the past where he has taken the honorable route and not done something.
November
and then
22nd.
in this one, why is he just
3
willingly
weeks ago.
bashed him on the face with a chair using the crossroads and then throws the chair out of the ring? And then, I didn't even know the referee could count pins from outside the ring.
Yeah, that I didn't know either.
Explain that.
I don't know about that.
So that is 5 ways that Kevin Owens got screwed in this match. Ref got taken out first time. Then he got the pin. I heard you. Bye. And then he took out the other referee. And then he got the chair. And then he got bashed with the chair. And then he lost. Yeah. Dude, I'm not on Cody's side on all this. I've got to say
I'm
it,
not
man.
on Kevin's side on all this. I'm not on Cody's side. I'm just looking at it, and this is Kevin's fault. Kevin could have been champion by now. I'm just saying, let's go back to Bash in Berlin.
Go back to Bash in Berlin.
Go back to Bash in Berlin. Kevin
Mm-hmm.
had the opportunity to take out Cody, but he was playing. What was the word? What was the wording I used? It was um he thought about it too much and he basically gave in and said that was wrong. I forgot what the words were for it. But November 22nd, 2024. This was the week before Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm.
This Friday. This was this Friday. This was on this SmackDown. The ending of the promo is of course Cody saying this because you don't have it written down that Kevin's saying this because I don't know. But Cody wants KO to know there isn't a line he won't cross, and here's our keyword: either. Meaning KO already said it. KO could have won the match in Berlin, like I said, but he didn't pull a trigger. He blamed Cody. He could have won the match last night, but what's he going to do? He's going to blame Cody. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Cody's in the right for choosing to use the chair. I'm just saying Kevin could have went a whole different route about this. That's where I'm at with this.
I'm not so sure about this Cody guy anymore. I gotta be fair with you. He's on my radar right now. He's a little sus.
Dude, I'd be okay with the Cody heel turn.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what my whole mindset is right now. Is I'm
But
not
I
I'm
don't
not
think he
sure
does it until after he
if
loses the
Cody
title,
is
and
the
and
good
it
guy
has to be to
that
Randy.
he's trying to lead us on to be anymore. Maybe in the back of his mind, he's starting to get the idea of, I need this. I don't want this. I need it no matter what. And
You
that
know where we can
starts to
stem
become
that
what
from?
he, what?
In my eyes, stemming back from when Austin Theory and Grayson Waller were kind of trying to play with their heads. You remember that? That's where I'd stem it back to. I don't know about you.
I don't remember that.
It was like months. Or this was the lead up to. This part I think that's part of the lead up to Bash in Berlin actually. But I remember Grayson trying to be like something along the lines to Cody that Kevin's not a good friend and that Kevin all he does is turn on his friends. And then there was like
All
something about
Kevin does
bashing
is
Cody,
turn on his friends.
but that was the point of what I was trying to get at is that Kevin turns on his friends, and that was the point of what they're trying to get across to split that friendship up.
Hey,
So
Kofi didn't deserve it though.
Kofi didn't deserve it though. That
Kofi didn't
was
deserve it.
Kofi didn't deserve it.
Kevin's bad. That was his bad, he
Yeah,
said.
that's on Kevin.
But
But everybody else, they deserved it.
everyone else, they deserved it. Apparently, even Cody Rhodes in all of this. But man, after the match, there was probably one of my favorite angles of the year, and of course, it comes right at the end of the year just because of what all happens, bro. It was so good. I'll wait for you to get in that, but damn, damn, damn,
Damn.
damn.
So, you want to go over? Or you want me to go over?
I'll
I'm
let
okay
you
with
go ahead.
either.
Keep going on into it.
Well, post match, Cody grabs the mic. He's got the belt in hand, and he goes, "Long Island," and then boom, immediately gets attacked by Kevin. We get to see a package pile driver, which I do want to point out. If you noticed very closely, because I had to go back and watch it, Kevin did wipe off his hands to try to make it safer for Cody, and it was a very again go back to Randy Orton's. Let's look at this one. These were both very safe pile drivers. Now, Randy's was the routine one. This was a package pile driver.
Oh my god, and it was so fucking Kevin's old finishing move from the indie days coming. I hope that this I god damn it, I hope that this becomes his finishing move.
And
If
then,
we could,
yeah,
sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt
no,
you,
you're good.
but I want to make a point on this move in particular. If we can let Undertaker for all of these years use the tombstone variation, someone with Kevin Owens' level of experience, with the amount of years that he's been doing this move, should be allowed to use the package pile driver as a finishing move, or at
Well,
least a
that's.
move for big matches.
I mean, let's. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but let's look at Owen Hart's career then. Owen Hart.
Okay, yeah, and fair point, but like I'm not saying bust it out in every match, but you can bust it out during your big title matches, during your big feud ender matches.
So make it to where it's like it's a once in a blue moon deal is what I'm getting at.
Maybe. I mean, kind
Okay,
of like how Sami Zayn busted out the Brain Buster earlier
that's
this
true,
year to end Gunther's title reign.
dude. That was crazy.
hmm
Yeah,
Like,
he 86 to 99. R.I.P. Owen Hart.
yeah, but I
Um,
mean,
that's
in
13
terms of
years.
that,
Kevin
like
has about
Kevin Owens
20.
is like they could let Undertaker do the Tombstone variation for this entire amount of time. Kevin Owens has been wrestling on the indie scene using that as his main finishing move for God knows how long, and he's done it on the apron and
That's true.
hasn't injured people. So if anyone on that roster can be trusted to do a pile driver, I would trust Kevin Owens to be the guy to do it.
I also think part of the reason why Undertaker was able to do it for so long and keep doing it after Owen had done what he did to Stone Cold is because he was really close with Vince, and Vince knew that Undertaker was a very, very safe wrestler. And I mean,
Right,
Kevin's very safe himself, so I definitely agree. I think this should come out more.
right. But again, as they were talking about, we don't want to see like people. We don't want to like inspire people to be doing this move all the time. It's a different product than AEW. AEW, a pile driver is as
Yeah, it's
common
routine.
as a clothesline. You know.
Yeah. I mean, Ricochet likes to lose from, a routine clothesline, so he went
God
over there
damn,
to be
he
bigger
got
and
his
better. Yeah, he's had a worse
got his
career
head
over
taken
there than he
off.
had in
Holy
WWE.
fuck!
I'm just saying.
It's a different world over there. To be fair,
Yeah, you should be losing to a
over
routine
there, a clothes
clothesline.
from who though? That was Claudio, I thought,
Yeah, it
right?
was Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, Claudio's a different beast though over there. So it's again two different products. I'm really not trying to get into that right now. In all fairness,
No, real.
not trying to have an AEW WWE debate.
That's very true. I will say
But
though,
yeah,
to get back on track, this this was interesting because Triple H came out after and basically almost fought Kevin because Kevin tried leaving with the Winged Eagle belt.
he did. He did
And
leave with it.
I don't know if you noticed, Kevin looks like he threw a punch at Triple H. It was like it was like the very last time, but Kevin basically he swung and was able to push Triple H, which I'm pretty sure is where his heart monitor is. I don't know about that,
hmm
but I will say I think this is definitely going to lead into more because I do want to point out Kevin Owens, he is a Triple H guy,
Through and through, man.
so
If any of the recent booking has proved it, it's this.
yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Kevin being on top as an insane heel.
Right. If anything, I would love. So this, I like the idea though. Kevin left with the Winged Eagle belt. He actually left with it, and Cody got written off in an ambulance by a package pile driver. We haven't seen Randy Orton for weeks from a normal pile driver. So my whole thought on this isn't really my original idea, but I'm kind of spinning a little bit onto it. Is Kevin Owens now with Cody Rhodes written off TV? Our WWE champion is gone. So we
This is
need
true.
a new WWE champion, and that can be Kevin Owens holding the Winged Eagle Championship for
Isn't that
weeks
the
on
same
weeks.
way he got his first title reign? Like
What do
he
you mean?
basically tried to hand it to him.
Hmm?
Didn't he get his
His
first
first
title
title
reign
reign
handed to him?
happened because Trip his first yeah, it did. How did this one get handed to him?
Oh, that's true.
His first one got handed to him by Triple H because Triple H screwed Seth Rollins over in a
And
fatal
that
four way
fatal,
or a triple
yeah,
threat
it was a fatal
after
four. I'm
Finn
reading about
Balor
it right
got
now.
hurt. And then Um, this
2016 was
isn't
the
an
year.
official, and then this isn't even an official world title reign. He didn't win the match. This isn't an official belt.
This is
It's a
true.
replica of an old belt. That's just the WWE World Championship. And now Kevin Owens, being the psychopath that he's turned into, can walk around being like, "I killed Cody Rhodes. Now I'm the champion, and this is my belt."
It's interesting. We've had two forced title changes in WWE right now. We have who is it? We have Naomi taking over for Jade Cargill, and if this is playing out how you think it will, we'll have Kevin Owens as our new.
Oh well, no. I'm not saying that he gets established as our new world champion. Cody Rhodes is going to come back and challenge him for uh, with his WWE Championship, and at Royal Rumble we'll do Kevin versus Cody round 3, where Cody's going to leave and retire the Winged Eagle as it should be, because that shouldn't be an on TV normal thing
No,
unless it's
that
a
should
champion,
be
which
like
I would love it to be.
I would
I would
honestly,
like it to be, but I can't see it happening.
I would keep it as a Saturday Night's main event.
Yeah, me too.
I
Except
don't know
for the
how you would do it.
storyline. If we're
Yeah,
going to do the storyline, I would like him to do that. But
agreed.
until Cody Rhodes comes back with the current WWE Championship, Kevin Owens is going to run around calling himself he'll be the fake champion, but he's going to call himself the real champion, and everyone's
Right.
going to be like, "You're not really the champion." He'll be like, "Shut up! I'll pile drive your head into the floor."
Stunner.
Stunner, by God, like you can even do it. Oh my God, you can even do it the fucking Saturday night main event before Royal Rumble. That can be when Cody comes back, where Kevin Owens is fake defending his championship on that show.
Be interesting to see.
An idea though.
Honestly, that is an idea. I do like that. What are you doing, Zelda? My dog's doing some weird shit.
Doing
So
some weird shit.
I think this is all going to play into what Triple H has in store for Kevin Owens specifically. Because it was imposter syndrome from Bash in Berlin. That's what it was. Kevin Owens had imposter syndrome.
Did have
So
imposter syndrome, where he's like, "I
what?
don't deserve this world championship match. I'm not good enough."
Exactly. He's like, what have I done? Well,
Yeah, what have I done to deserve this?
you've now earned yourself an actual title shot again after this one. After
Hmm.
what you just did to Kevin or Cody Rhodes.
Yep, you
Street
murked
fight.
the man. Oh yeah! Oh no, Texas bull rope match.
That's crazy.
All heavy nuts.
Oh man.
Every time I'm waiting because Cody's gonna eventually get put into a damn Texas bull rope match. I just know it, just because of
Yeah,
that Dusty tie-in. And
I'm
if
good.
do
I
it
did
with
like that
either
shot
like
that
Randy or
I did like the shot that Jesse Ventura put on um, Dusty.
oh yeah.
It was something along the lines of like him and Dusty had like it was something about him and Dusty, but like he just shat on Dusty. As much as I am a Cody Rhodes fan, and like I don't think you should be talking about somebody's dead parent. I think it added something to the storyline because Jesse Ventura, he's just like Triple H being a Kevin Owens guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
So
wasn't on Cody's side on and all this. You could tell on commentary.
yeah, honestly, it's like I don't like Cody. Cody's a horrible champion. Yeah, shut up, Jesse. You were gone for 40 years for a reason. So that's all I got though for Saturday night's main event. I got
Oh
much
yeah,
else for
me
this.
too.
So you ready to close her out then?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for listening to Saturday night's main event post show. Obviously, we don't have this listed as a PLE, but we put it with our PLEs because we don't see it very often. I mean, we'll see it again though, January 25th, I believe. The weekend before Royal Rumble, and we'll see it. We'll catch y'all on the flip. But before we let y'all go, make sure to follow us along with our socials. On our Instagram is AR_wrestling_. Our Twitter is AR_wrestling. Our iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify Podcasts, they're all AR Wrestling Podcast. Type those in your search engines and also in another one of your search engines and that YouTube search engine. Look up AR Wrestling 20. Go subscribe. And thank you!
Thank you.